Rennie, BC the Bossman, Uncle Justin, you already know what time it is. You get me? So man's been out with my young G's today, you get me, just out and about and that, and like, man are talking to me all pure madness. Like one's talking to me about he needs peace, so he wants to go and sell whites and Rico and all this thing, and the next man saying to me, nah, he's on tag, so he's not really getting involved in all that no more. So I'm just feel like, you get me, as an older man needs to just state something to these youths. When you got a job, the outcome, or fuck actually having a job, when you work for yourself, the outcomes, there are a plethora, meaning there's an abundance, there are a lot of outcomes. When you are on road and you're shopping, or you're jacking, man, or you're frigging just hustling in general, there's only two outcomes, fam: death or pen. Yeah? Now no one don't find those things like appealing. Like being dead is not appealing. Beer men are buried, young kids are buried, old people are buried, and no one don't want to be dead. Yeah? And no one don't want to be in pen. Like only young dons go in pen, young, come out young with the same mentality and go back in pen because they like it. Only young mentality people do that. Big man go in pen, stay in pen, come out, don't want to go back in pen again because they've got a big man mentality. Yeah? So with those two outcomes, it's not appealing. Why anyone would want to go on road? Yeah? Obviously I know because I've been on road. So man ain't like judging man or saying that I'm a bigger man to anybody, but I'm saying, yo, there's multiple things that man can do. The water that comes out your tap, somebody charges you for that, meaning man sell water. Water has been here since the existence of the planet, fam. Yeah? Or at least before human beings. So how is that even a commodity to be sold? It's because anything can be sold. You go to plant shops and you buy soil. Soil comes from the ground. You get me? It's natural, and people sell it. So like man can't tell me that there's only things that man can sell is weed, crack and bees and pills and straps. It don't make no sense. You get me? It's a weak mentality. I'm not gonna go as far as to say man are cowards, car. Man ain't cowards. Man are on road. A man will beat you with the stick. You get me? Like, to a degree, even using a stick is cowardly. But we know at the same time, you've got to have some screws loose and balls to bust off a strap blood. Yeah? But at the same time, it's a dickhead thing. Let's be real. Let's be real. Yeah, cause man could fist fight, and if everyone was fist fighting, beer man would still be alive. Yeah? But I digress. There ain't nothing on road for man. The road is a trap. They call it a trap because it's a trap. It says what it is on the box. You get me? So my advice to the young man then, especially if you're 16, 17, 18, just leaving school in college and you're lost and you ain't got a clue what you're doing. Like, sit down for 6 months to a year, yeah? And find yourself. Figure out who you are, who you want to be, or who you are going to be. 6 months to a year, that's all it will take. Probably less. Could do it in 3 weeks if you sit down and you're really channeling yourself and you find out who you are and what you're capable of. You can do it in a shorter time, but with that realistic time span of 6 months to a year, bro, you can sit down, find yourself truly, which is the hardest thing to do in life, and you will realize your mission in life and what you're supposed to do, G. Yeah? And before you're 21, 23, you can be a millionaire. You can get a normal job and get 15 to 20 bags a year and save up for your dream. You get me? Without the risk of going to prison or being dead or your brethren getting jealous of your shit and shanking you. You get me? You don't have to be in that bullshit, man. Choose to be in that bullshit because we feel as black people that's all we've got to aspire to, because that's all we see our elders doing. Elders are on road. The man that are older than our elders are fucking alcoholics. They're going bookies. They're fucking They got about 20 baby mums and they don't check for none of the youths. You get me? And we need to stop that cycle. You get me? So as a bigger man saying, yo, you youths can be better than all of us, man. Yeah? You, man, can come out of school, go into university, get your education and use it to better yourself. Don't work for nobody but self. Motto, yeah? Shem Hotep, BC the Bossman, Uncle Justin Neb. You get me?